I told Angie, I'm doing a personal attack on you. What it is with Angie is that I think that she is very good at manipulating the guys. You know, not like...
Oh, I'm sure I fell into that
trap. But as a friendship,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what she does. I mean, she's just good at it. And, like... And I told her, I'm like, you're very good at this game. Like, you know, I'm like, I give you a compliment. You know, I mean, I told her, I'm like, it's a complete compliment. I'm like, but I feel like you let your friends take, I mean, I told her downstairs, you let your friends take the fall for you. It's like, the whole reason for everybody going up the last week is because, oh, Brian. Well, Angie's the one that went around campaigning for Brian. So how is it Angie just weaseled her way right out of that? It's the talking. She talked to Jesse. He's a guy.
You know, and it's not like I wasn't going to vote out, but I felt bad about it. I'm just like, I'm sure you felt bad about voting Steven out.
Of course, I understand.
But
like you don't want to do it.
Right. But I mean, like, I knew I had to. But like, and I'm trying not to take it personal because it's just a game. But still, I mean, when you said that, it's just, you know, it just like it would be like Steven saying that about you.
I know.
And
it would hurt.
And like coming into this, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna take anything personal or anything like that. But
there are a few people that you get close to, and then whenever like something like that happens, it's like, I know because I'm the same way. That's why I'm just like, it's gonna get hard, and it's gonna get harder. That's why I took it so personal last week. I think you know, I know how you feel.
I mean, like, I'm sure you could see it in my after you told me once you said my face. I was like, not that I was shocked, but I was just like,
yeah, you kind of were. Hurt.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I didn't think I was going to be like that in this game. I didn't think I'd, you know, like, but...
No, it does.
But I'm glad you told me. You know
and I don't think, like, Angie keeps going, oh, Steven and I were such close friends. And let me explain where I'm looking from this from. I'm like, okay, no, you weren't. I feel like she used him. I do. And it's not that I'm like, oh, Angie and Steven are friends. I mean, shoot. It's not like that. I mean, you know, if she really genuinely was friends with him, it's in one thing. Like, I really think she was genuinely friends with Brian. I do. Because she went around, she campaigned, she tried her best to keep him in. You know, I really think she genuinely liked Brian when she got upset and everything. You know, I really do. But, like, with Steven, it was like, honestly, it was like, no, she's not. Because when the heat was being put on somebody, it was being putting on me whenever it came to Steven. You know, it wasn't Angie up there fighting to keep him in here. You know, it wasn't her, like, putting a target on her back.
That's why they didn't tell you. Did she know about Steven going up?
Jesse said, I don't want to quote it for sure, but someone told me yes that she did.
Yeah, it won't leave. But I mean, it's not important.
It's not. But no, I personally was kind of wondering that myself.
Yeah.
So I had asked, you know, because I didn't know. I was like, does she knew? And he was like, yeah. Somebody had told me yes. I can't remember who it was. And then she told me no, that she was not up here. She did not know that he was going up. So I don't really know if she did or not. But the conversation between her and I outside, you know, like about the veto, she was like, you know, I wasn't doing it to be, you know, cold or whatever. When I had asked her if she was going to use it on one of you, I said, this must be hard, 2 of your friends are up. Well, I wouldn't expect them to use it on me. That was her response. I'm sorry. I'm just not like that. Yeah. Like, so for me, I'm like, ooh. You know, somebody asked me, and it'd be like, yeah, it sucks that 2 of my friends are up there. That would probably be my reply. You know, instantly, like, the way she says it is like, and I'm just like, right then I knew. That's when I was like,
I know, but even in desperation, like, I don't know. That's just something I would have done. I wouldn't have done. You know what I mean? Even though I have nothing, we've never shook hands or anything. But you know what I mean? Like, she could have said Rennie, Ali, anyone. You know? And I don't know.
I know. Instead, she said you. Out of all these people in this house, well, let's just stick to the plan and put Dan up.
Yeah, I mean.
And I was like, honestly, Dan, I didn't tell you earlier because I really just didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Like, it was just one of those things.
No, I'm really glad you did.
Throwing somebody's name out there, you know what I mean? I was just like, well, unless, you know, the plan's gone.
No, I'm really glad you did. But,
you know.
All right, but moving beyond that, because I had some questions for you, because I just want to know what happened when, like, what happened with the initial plan? Like, me outside, and like, how did I get included? You know what I mean? Because I just never had a chance to talk to you about that one-on-one.
With you, Jerry, and Rennie?
Yeah, bringing me in. You know, as opposed to what happened with the old whatever happened. Did that go down when Steven went out? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the initial plan was to get me, Jerry, and Rennie out.
You, Rennie, and Jerry.
Right.
Yeah. And then whenever Steven got put up,
that's when
everything switched.
Okay.
You know, it was like, what? I don't know who was supposed to go out first or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was basically you and Rennie and Jerry are the three that don't have a home.
Right.
Was how they went off of it. You guys were like the floaters. That's how they seen it.
Right.
And Jesse had a personal vendetta out for Rennie.
Right.
That's pretty much how that went. And Memphis don't like Jerry. Jerry don't like Memphis.
Right. And then how did you decide to like bring me in? You know, because I'm very grateful, but I just didn't understand, why or
Well, to tell you the truth, whenever we were sitting in here, and I was like, well, it was all of us sitting in here, and they wanted to know if you had a plate, where you had stood, and Jerry's like, Dan's a good person, and I was like, do you think that, everybody's like, do you think you can trust him? And he said, yeah, and Ollie said yes. And I was like, okay, well, if you really think we can trust him, because nobody knew, like, where you stood.
Right.
It was kind of scary for some of the girls and stuff, because they were like, oh, I don't know who he hangs out with. But then we just all agreed, and we all agreed that you kept your word to Brian to the end, so if you came in and you gave us your word, then you were good to go.
That's the
only thing you have in this house.
No, I know.
So
and it's very important to me. And that's the other problem that I didn't think I told you about. But yesterday when Jesse was up here giving his tirade, I got cornered, and to calm him down, I gave my word I was not going to vote for him. After whatever happened, when I didn't know that you had told them that I already given you my word. So I mean, even if you were to change your mind, I'm still going to vote with the group, but that's going to kill me to break. You know what I mean?
But that's not going to happen.
But I just want to let you know that.
Because, I have already told everybody, the person that needs to go, and I mean, I don't want to get everybody all messed up either, because it's going to be too confusing for everybody and stuff, and everybody's giving their word, and, exact stuff like that.
Right.
That's just not going to happen. They keep throwing each other under the bus, which makes me very nervous about them anyways, because I'm like, okay, I wouldn't want to be on your side.
I know. You know
what I mean? They keep they're throwing each other under the bus, and I don't know. I kind of think like you do. I'm like, I think there's a way of playing this game.
Yeah.
I don't think it is freaking throwing your friends under the bus. I understand that we don't know each other outside of the house and stuff, but I just felt like Steven, and when Steven's because he thinks that everybody could trust, it was apparently he was close to Angie too, Keesha and Angie, and I just think that he made a big mistake with Angie. I feel like she manipulated him.
But here's the thing, no matter if you had an alliance with Steven or not, I know you would have never said his name, and he would have never said your name.
Yeah, and I didn't have an alliance with him. And I didn't.
No, I mean...
No, but I'm just saying, and that's the thing that sucked for me, too, is because I honestly wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
And I was getting just beaten down for it. And Angie was nowhere around Steven then. That's how you can tell. She would not even... It was like he was the plague. You know what I mean? She was nowhere around. She wasn't the one sticking up for him. I was sticking up for him, so I was taking the heat of it all.
Right.
And I mean, I feel bad still, and even if you had to give somebody your vote, that's fine, but I feel bad because, I didn't give Steven my vote, and he came to me, and he asked me,
no, I'm sure that was very hard for you.
Walk out of this house without a vote.
And I'm glad you told me, because that's how I felt about Angie. I don't have anything with her, and I felt bad about voting against her. Now I don't. You know what I mean? I have no...